Are you ready to love yourself to the core?
To the very core.
Love yourself to the core of your being. That's not just love yourself, but to the core.
Right.
Well, we've got three.
Down deep inside.
We got 3 steps that we're going to share with you today in a little while about how to do that very thing here on Father's Day. And happy Father's Day, by the way, to all the dads and people who have played the role of dads throughout the world. Let's get things kicked off with our favorite theme song. You're watching Sunday Inspiration live with Bob Baker and Pooki Lee. Let's get started.
Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I feel so grateful. When I wake up in the morning, I feel so alive. When I wake up in the morning, I feel the spirit. Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I'm here to thrive. So I wake up every day. Wake up, this is what I say. Wake up, I am so free. Wake up, and I'm free to be me. I'm free to be me.
Hopefully you were singing along to that song. Right, Pooki?
I was.
Yeah.
On the inside.
You were. We're kind of whispering here, so we didn't, step on
right.
our own track there.
That's right.
Well, welcome here on Father's Day. So we got a lot of folks who've already shown up here. We got Ben, we got Jillian, Leah's here, Lisa Shepard, of course. The birthday girl, Stephanie Hickman, is here.
Hello, happy birthday.
She turns 26 today. We're going to come back to that and celebrate birthdays and other things, but I'm so glad that you're joining us and spending some of your birthday with us. She's a High Vibe
Absolutely.
Tribe member. Who
June
else?
is full of birthdays.
It is. Is it Rosa or Raza is here? Debbie Chester's in the house. Sue Ann.
Hi, Debbie.
Pamela, Crystal, Cherie, Joe.
Of course, Joe Mitchell.
Beatrice is also here. Donna, a lot of members of the High Vibe Tribe. Jessica, Shackle is here. We got Kelly, Alexander. Is it Sado or Sadu? Let's see here.
Welcome.
So if you're able to,
New names I'm hearing.
and
And Dora Lee.
Dora Lee is in the house as well. Yay!
Yay, Rusty. That's her puppy.
So if you're able to, if your device allows you, go ahead and let us know where you're watching from. And if it's your first time catching a live stream here on any of the various channels, Aditi is also here. Let's see, Brooklyn Girl, I guess that is Diaz. Or it says Betsy from Massachusetts.
There you go.
Oh, now you're all compiling in with the Mary Lou is in the house. We're going to come back and, watching from Phoenix today. Awesome. We're going to come back and check in on those. But first, what do we like to do early on in these broadcasts, Pooki?
Oh, we get to activate our hearts together in this infinite space of divine love in which we are swimming in, this ocean of devotion, this very air that we breathe. You know, the air that we take into our lungs has been here on this planet since the beginning of time. And we are breathing the air that our ancestors have breathed. We are breathing the air of ancient civilizations. And when we breathe in this air, we are participating in this beautiful cycle of life and of living, and we are all connected in this space, in this holy, sacred space, this ethers, this atmosphere. And in this space, we can radiate, we can amplify our own individual fields, our own energetic fields. We can amplify the expression of love in the world, and that love can ripple out across time and space and transcend all limitations. And in that beautiful divine rippling, we can touch each other in this field as we experience this oneness, because we are one, not the same, uniquely different, but part of the one. And so we breathe the energy of love into our bodies, filling our lungs, filling our souls with this light, this love deeply in. And rest right here for a moment in this space, filled with love. And then in your exhale, release light into the world. Light into the world. Breathing in deeply the essence of love, this love that is permeating this atmosphere, this sacred space, breathing it into our beings, allowing it to activate every cell within our body as we take it in a deep inhalation in. And hold right here, right here, right here. Feel the love of all time and space inside of your body. Let it go. Release the light into the world, letting the light as you exhale. Can you feel the potency of this moment? Once again, breathing in the love that is permeating this infinite field of potentiality, where everything is possible through the power of love. We breathe in deep this inhalation of love and allow it to feed every cell within our body, to nourish and strengthen us, and to allow compassion to be infused deep within us, breathing in the essence of love. Hold it right there. Let it hold. Feel the love. And release the light into the world when you exhale. Relish in this just moment of this purity that you feel within your own being. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Always. For the realization and knowing of who we are in this infinite field of love and light. We are one.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I had to run off because I had a little incident yesterday where I was a small slice on the side of one of my fingers, and luckily it's not on the tip, so I can still play the guitar. but I've had one. I put one Band-Aid on it, but it was already starting to come off. So I said, I don't want it to do that in the middle of a song here. So I had to get some reinforcements there to make sure. So
there was just something that you did to love yourself.
It was.
You just filled your whole body with love, right? Tapping into the love of the universe. Mm-hmm. And then in that love, right? Because did you know that inside you can research this if you want, but inside you, they don't know where the origin of the light comes from, but there's like this light, this beacon that's inside of you. And so you are love and light. And yeah, that was a beautiful experience. Thank you for coming along with me on that journey.
So our theme today has a lot to do with love here on Father's Day. A little bit later on, we're going to be discussing how to love yourself to the core and give you 3 specific steps that you can take. And one of my favorites is number 3. I'm just going to tease you there for a while. We're going to come back to that very soon. And so we got 2 original love songs. This one being one of the first original songs that Pooki and I ever wrote together.
Oh my gosh, this is an oldie but a goodie.
It is.
Oh, wait a minute. Shouldn't I have something?
Well, do you have it handy? We have to wait for you to go
Oh, okay. Never mind.
get it. Maybe you can grab it
I'm
for
just
the
not
next.
prepared. It would have been great.
Well,
Obviously, I matched my coffee cup to my outfit,
that's pretty amazing.
but I didn't get a tambourine.
Oops. You probably scare the
Actually,
dog
I didn't
anyway.
know my coffee cup matched
A
my
shaker would
outfit.
probably be
I
good.
really didn't know that until just now.
Here we go. I woke up this morning, something wasn't right. My life was out of balance, I couldn't see the light. I called up my minister, told her of my dread. Without missing one beat, this is what she said. Love is the word. Love is the word.
Love is the word.
Love is the word.
Love is the word.
Love is the word.
Love is the word. Well, I went to the doctor 'cause I was feeling bad. Sickness all inside me, thought I was going mad. I asked for a prescription, he handed me a note. I was so surprised to see just what that doctor wrote.
Love is the word.
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 Love is the W-O-R-D. Love is the W-O-R-D. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love.
It's the
Love. I went to a psychic to have my fortune told, to see into the future and how it will unfold. She just shook her head and put away her tarot cards, looked me in the eye and said,
Man, it ain't that hard.
love is the word.
Love is the word.
Love is the word. Love is the word. Love is the word. Love is the word. Love is the word.
Love is the word.
Love is the word.
Love is the word.
Love is the word.
I'm talking about
Love is
love,
the
love,
word.
love, 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 love.
Love is the word.
I'm talking about
Love is the word. Love is the word.
I'm talking about
Love is the
love, love,
word.
love, love, love.
Love is the word.
about
Love is the word.
That's good fun. Love is the word, right? We just breathing in love. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So good.
I like what my PhD wrote here. You both are just the most fun to watch. Adorbs. Aren't we, though? You're just going to get a cavity watching us, too. They're so
Oh my
sweet.
gosh, come on.
Awesome.
Oh.
All right, cool. That was fun. We're off to a good start here.
Okay. We're doing it, babe.
I'm gonna tell you about a couple things, and we're gonna go. You're gonna check in with some comments. Gonna celebrate birthdays and such. I actually bought a new. With Pookie's encouragement, got a new chair. in recent days.
He's still putting pillows on it. I don't understand.
Well, I'm trying to
this.
lift myself up because usually I'm this floating head down here while Pookie's, towering above me in the background there. So I try to even things out a little bit. So Sunday mornings I do put a pillow under my rear to lift myself up. Hey, if I'm here to uplift humanity, I got to uplift myself.
Oh,
Okay.
whatever.
So
silly.
as I mentioned last week, I recently started a new interview series called The Inspired Life, where I'm interviewing some amazing people who are living an inspired life and also asking them questions about sort of how they built their businesses. I talked to musicians and authors and healers and all kinds of stuff. And so the second news are going to go live every Friday morning on my Affirmations YouTube channel, also on one or two of my podcasts. And I'll just go ahead and tell you about it with this little trailer here. Here we go. I've got some breaking news about a new interview series I'm launching that's coming to my Affirmations YouTube channel and podcast. It's called The Inspired Life. Every week, I'll interview someone living their passion and making an impact with their gifts and talents. For instance, you'll meet a woman who teaches psychics and spiritual entrepreneurs how to build a six-figure business, and another woman who rose from poverty to become an international growth strategist and professional speaker. You'll hear the personal stories of a successful musician who earns a full-time living as a solo pianist, and an independent musician who generates 1 billion streams of his music every year. Amazing. You'll also meet 2 creative entrepreneurs who refused to be starving artists. One Australian painter earns an annual 6-figure income, while another visual artist in the UK has generated $1 million in revenue over the past 3 years. You'll also meet the Indigenous medicine woman from Canada who became a Hay House author and spiritual mentor. The Inspired Life interview series will offer these stories and many more, so stay tuned. There you go. And the second one that just came out, let's see here, last Friday. It's available now on my YouTube channel, is with Asha Frost, who's a Hay House author. It's the Indigenous Canadian medicine woman. What do you think about that, Pooki?
I love her. She's great.
Yeah, she talks a lot about connecting with your ancestors as animal spirits.
All the things.
Yeah,
all the things Pooki loves.
That's right. And she's based in Canada or somewhere in Ontario.
Yeah.
She has a very interesting perspective. That's inspiring. So go check that out now over on my YouTube channel. And I think, and Pooki, Lisa just popped the direct link to that video in the live chat. It's also in the description wherever you're watching this, whether it's Pooki's channel, my channel, or Pooki's Facebook profile. You'll find.
Hello, everyone on Facebook.
That's right. And if you are watching over on Facebook or wherever you're watching, please leave a comment, and they should pop up here, and we'll be able to acknowledge you as we go along. Another thing I wanted to mention, this was really interesting to me. So I've been a published author for like 31 years now. My first book came out in 1993, and I've written and published 16 physical books over those past 30 plus years, and a lot of other more resources and things in digital formats, online courses and audio programs and different things beyond the 16 physical books. So that's 31 years in the making. The affirmation era of my life, where I started posting them on YouTube, is only like 7.5 years now. I've been doing this. Isn't that crazy? Right. I've been posting affirmations, and it's opened up a whole new chapter of my life. And I've often talked about those eras as if they were kind of separate. Like I said, I've used affirmations in my personal life, but I really didn't talk about them overtly. There was kind of a underlying positive thinking message in all my previous books, because my early identity on the internet and my earliest books were on music marketing or the music business and I'm a musician, and I wanted to help other artists, succeed. And I was actually a curious musician. I got to interview a lot of different people and kind of collected all the best practices. Anyway, but again, I thought of this thing. I really didn't come out of the closet, as it were, with affirmations until 7 years ago. Then I picked up my first book the other day. It was called 101 Ways to Make Money in the Music Business. That was the first book that got me on the map. But all books after that were about marketing and specifically how to promote yourself as an independent artist. But I hadn't picked this book up in years, and I was looking at the introduction, and check this out, because I had completely forgotten this. I haven't looked at it in many years. And in the introduction, it says 2 important keys that could make the difference between your success and failure. It says, remember this first important rule of prosperity. 1993. You are what you think. How many times have you heard the phrase starving musician? Or how often have you heard friends say, I'm never going to make any money with music? Why bother? It should be no surprise that the people who say and therefore think these things the most are among the poorest individuals you know. Remember, if you tell yourself something often enough, it becomes a self fulfilling prophecy. The key then is to program yourself for success. Stop thinking and uttering thoughts of limitation and deficiency. Start getting your mind attuned to thoughts of boundless possibilities and abundance, and watch what sort of rewards come your way. Many of us, myself included, are so used to thinking in these negative terms, it's difficult to shift into positive gear and stay that way. Here's what really blew me away. A great mental technique to reprogram your thoughts is the use of daily affirmations. 1993, I'm writing this in my first book, which remind you of your goals and keep you focused on achieving them. Affirmations are basically specific statements that spell out what you want to obtain and when you want to obtain it. They should also be read aloud every day and worded in the present tense. And I go on to give some examples, but that just kind of blew my mind. This affirmation thing is not new at all. My very first book, in the first couple of pages, talks about affirmations, and I had completely forgotten that.
Oh my goodness,
So
that is so funny.
this apparently has been a calling of mine for a while.
Right. It was just like it was a whisper back then.
Yeah. So
Right.
so
That's how it happens,
I just
right?
had to share that. Mm.
Interestingly enough, it is how it happens. Whispers. And get whispers of things, and then it gets a little.
Yeah.
Then it starts to get a little louder and
So what is
louder,
whispering to you?
louder.
What are those things that you share, maybe just with your friends or your circle there, that really maybe you could be doing on a bigger scale or whatever, or whatever scale is comfortable for you?
Oh well, no. Like as you're talking about that, I'm thinking about I've been drumming for 25 years. I mean,
Yeah.
I've had a drum for a long time. I've introduced drumming to, you know, people and communities, and invited drum people to drum with me to do ceremony and to offer prayers many times. And you know, so it's been like that little whisper. It's just kind of been back there. You know, my drums have been back there,
If
and then.
if you remind me, let's next Sunday, because we don't have access to them now. They just thought of it. We can show some photos from your Pookie had a very successful, well-attended drumming event this past Monday here in St. Louis.
Oh
You
yeah,
had like 28 women.
yeah.
It's
It's
and
beautiful.
yeah, you wouldn't believe the way she set up the room, the atmosphere that she created. So if you remind me, I'll set it up so we can share some photos of
Yeah.
that.
And so that, you know, that was a whisper. That's been a whisper that's been whispering in my life. You know, I've carried my drum everywhere. When I went to the Holy Land, wherever I've gone, I've taken my drum with me. And so my drum has been everywhere that I've been, and has been in many ceremonies. And you know, and then something happened for me when I was in Hawaii, and I saw Sisters of the One Drum, and they were singing and they were drumming on a ceremonial drum, and it was an incredible experience. I mean, it activated like every cell in my body. It was just, wow, what is this? I love this. It felt like so much beauty, so much wisdom, so much power. And in many native cultures, women are not to be on the drum. Not in all of them, but in some of them. So for a lot of women, this is it's a really a moment of liberation for them, and that are natives. And so and then, you know, we don't have time to go into the whole story of my drumming, everything that's happened since January till now, which has been a very short 6 months, but has had a lot of, you know, it's like something when you are moving in the when you are moving in the direction of the whisper, when the voice starts getting louder and you start feeling the calling, right, and you start to respond to the calling, then what happens is more things come, and it's, you know, especially if it's like, you know, because there are so many choices that we could make in our lives on an everyday basis, right? And but when you enter into that realm of like those realms of magic, where magic just starts happening all around this energy, right? So all around these drums, magical things are happening for me, not only here on a local level, but also on a global level, also just so much, right? And so it is very interesting. I'm being swept away. It's like it's carrying me and it's taking me to the most beautiful, magnificent places, meeting the most delicious and divine women. And I'm listening and I'm following the guidance and I'm doing things that I've never done before. And in doing that, like in honoring that calling, that the women were ready to receive what spirit had to offer them, right? That was being called through me. So it's an amazing journey. I am so in love with all of this.
Yeah,
Drums are, yeah, I'm going to do an online drumming
good.
session. Absolutely.
Maybe by next Sunday you'll have a date set. We can start.
I'll probably
Like,
have it sooner than that.
okay, well
Yeah,
let's
because
let's
I've
get
got
that
to get
going.
some things. Yeah, but it's been a really beautiful experience, and I'm
Yeah,
I'm surprised I don't have my drum here with me. Well,
and and to be clear, yeah, these are events specifically for women, and it's not a drum circle. It's about if I could speak for you, it's about your relationship with your drum and deepening that. And there's some drumming involved, but it's more. There's other things involved.
it really depends because I'm always listening,
Yeah, so
right?
every
So
session might be different.
they will all be different, but
At least this first
um,
one was that way.
yeah,
Yeah,
this first one was really. Oh, I'll do many of the same things, I'm sure, but I've also been inspired to add a couple of other things that will, um, you know, bring in more divine connection and
cool.
yeah. And it was a lot about the sisterhood too, about the sacred sisterhood, and how we have to come together. Because for me, I don't see how the divine feminine can rise if we're competing and squabbling with each other. So
All
so
right.
there's that too.
So more to come. Stay tuned. Let's check in with some comments here in the live feed. Here we go. Tracy Bishop says, "Good morning. It's so good to see you both again. Happy Father's Day. Thank you to myself and all the dads. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Ms. Pooki or Miss You Pooki." It says. Let's see. Lisa says it's so inspiring watching Pooki follow her whispers. Kelly Alexander, magic does happen when you listen to your whispers.
Oh my gosh, so true.
I'm adding this to the chapter markers, by the way.
Yeah,
Lisa, make
yeah,
sure that I don't overlook that.
right.
Mary
So
Lou
powerful.
says, I love that. It starts with a whisper.
Mm-hmm.
My PhD again. These kind words. But the big fan. What is your actual name, if you don't mind for sharing that? I agree with everything you both represent. Your song "I Am Grateful" or "Grateful for My Life" is probably what you're referring to. Is by far one of my favorites. I watched that video and sing along. One of the best songs I've ever heard.
Oh,
Wow,
that's beautiful.
you're our
Thank
you're our
you.
new best friend,
We love that.
Adele.
We don't have best
Oh, I'm
friends. We
sorry.
love
I just
everybody.
kind
I know you're being
of I'm
silly.
just being silly. Yeah. I'm a sucker for a compliment. I guess I
Yeah, you
did
are.
that. Drumming is life, says Adele.
Yeah.
Lisa says her whispers are getting louder.
Hmm.
Dora Lee says, I love your new
Oh my
drum.
gosh. Yeah. I had a drum that spoke to me and said that that was the drum that was to be a part of this ceremony. And it was a new drum of mine. I was going to bring my old faithful, the drum that's been on the journey with me. But that other drum was like, no, this is mine. So I'm like, I get it. Because it's a ceremonial drum and it's beautiful. Yes, it is.
Kelly says,
Okay, I'm going to let you do that. I'm going to go get the drum.
drumming is amazing to my soul. I just got my first drum last year. So that's amazing. And Kelly earlier said, daily affirmations are so powerful. Indeed. Let's see here. Lisa popped in there. You can visit in the description and also in the live chat feed. Here's a link to my the U.S. site that will go to, but you can redirect it to if you're in a different country. But it's basically my author page on Amazon. It lists all my currently available books. Let's see here. Who? Oh, and Debbie said it was so amazing to watch Asha Frost. That's the second interview that went live last Friday. Glad you enjoyed that, Debbie. That's so cool. And her surname is Frost, and she's from Canada, which I guess tends to be chilly, right? Lisa's loving the interviews. Let's see. Anybody earlier? Eileen Smoke is in the house.
Mm.
Yes, the three of you are the absolute cutest. Like, I'm sure he's talking about the Keone as well. See if there are any new
Yes, our
comments.
puppy Keone.
Also, Jillian said, extremely well said, Pooki. Women cannot rise while cutting each other down or cutting men down. Life is not a zero-sum game.
No, we have to figure out how to do this together, right? Everybody serves a purpose in all of this. Everyone, right?
Is that the new drum that Dora Lee was talking about?
No, this is not the new drum. This was an easy drum for me to access, but this is also a very beautiful drum.
Cool.
Very beautiful drum. This is one I've had for a while. This is a drum I rescued. Rescued drums. Yep, this is a drum I rescued.
You like we rescued Keone and he rescued us. You rescued this drum. I wonder if there's like a rescue, like a shop for misfit drums that people come and rescue like they do animals. That would be
Some
fun.
drums are turned into furniture. You know, like they'll be set up like this, and then a bass will be underneath it, and then people will put their coffee and stuff on that.
Oh my God. My PhD is Kim from Puerto Vallarta. I actually discovered your affirmations when I was going through a dark night of the soul 2 summers ago. I stumbled on this live show this morning.
Oh, wonderful!
Thank you for sharing that, and I'm glad that you came across it. Yay! I hope my affirmations helped you 2 years ago, and maybe continue to help you to this day. That is awesome. Let's see here. Maria says, good morning all the way from Texas. Happy Father's Day. Pooki, I would love more information on drumming ceremonies. Is it for all ages? I would like to introduce it to my daughter.
Oh, of course.
Okay, that's all.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to get that Zoom event. You need to, well, you don't need to do anything, but I think you get some people showing up if you did a Zoom event.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll announce it next week as to what date it'll be. And it'll probably be a Zoom class.
Absolutely.
And you'll get an opportunity to meet your drum and to learn from your drum and to learn more about your drum and maybe some proper etiquette with your drum. Yeah.
Leah says, happy Father's Day, Bob. Thank you very much. Wish you an amazing day. You deserve it. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah, I'm getting together with my daughter this afternoon. We're thinking going to the art museum here, St. Louis Art Museum, and grabbing a bite. And Pooki, she actually asked that Pooki join. Not that that's a shocking thing, but usually you would think a Father's Day would be a dad-daughter thing. But I think my daughter's craving a little more family connection. It's similar to me. She doesn't have a whole lot of family in the area, although her sister lives here. But anyway.
I guess maybe since we got married, it changed everything.
It changed everything. So we got birthday. Stephanie Hickman, who's a member of our High Vibe Tribe, our online community. She's in the house. She turns 26 today. Remember when you were 26, Pooki? What the heck was going on?
Yes, I do.
26.
I was having my 4th child.
I was,
Steven.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Yes.
And he's like 30 something. What's he now?
Sir.
26. I was getting ready to. I started this music newspaper in St. Louis here that I ended up publishing for 10 years. I was 26 when I started that. I was doing theater, doing some stand-up comedy. Wow, that was crazy. All right, let's do our birthday song. This is for anyone celebrating a birthday, anyone who's here, and then we have our people in Studio B also who are going to be joining us after this. But let's go ahead.
This would be for you too. Your birthday is on the 29th.
Oh yeah, my birthday's coming up.
That's right.
Oh damn
my gosh,
it!
you almost forgot.
And I also forgot. I was gonna.
Oh, look at this.
I was gonna set up a. Oh, it's okay.
Oh no! What happened,
So
babe?
I'm gonna be
Did
doing.
you forget it was your birthday?
No, I forgot to set up the registration for the. We're gonna have a Zoom party. We've always had a Zoom party.
Zoom party
usually
for Bob's birthday.
But instead of doing it at night, I think I'm going to do it the morning of my birthday, which is Saturday, June 29. And so I think we're just going to do it that morning, and for 2 reasons. One is when we do it in the evening, we kind of cut out most of our friends in Europe and in different time zones.
We don't want to do that.
Yeah, so we're going to do, if we do it in the morning, people in Europe and we'll still be able to join us. 2, that opens up Saturday night in case I want to hang out in real life, IRL, with some local friends. So, so I think it's going to be like the same time that we do this, but on Saturday, June 29. All right. So let's just do our birthday song. Pooki, ready?
Ready.
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Today we celebrate you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Today we celebrate you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday out there to all of you June birthdays.
That's right. Whoops.
We're so happy you were born.
We are. The pillow keeps shifting on this new chair.
Take the pillow off, honey.
I'm not
please.
going to. No, I want to
my
stay.
gosh.
I want to stay upright here. It's all good. All right. So we have our normal crowd gathered in Studio B, and Crystal, you're going to help me with the countdown because they're over there.
They're getting restless.
They're in place. And they are totally ready.
They are getting restless.
They want to celebrate your birthdays. They want to celebrate first timers. They want to celebrate.
They're a little upset that they weren't included in the song.
I know. I know.
They really
but
were. They complained about it.
We'll just give them some extra M&Ms.
I just got a message on my. Could you imagine what it would have looked like if they weren't upset?
I know. You could just barely sense it in their body language.
Right. Not their best today.
So Beatrice, who is in Croatia, so great and awesome to think of us in Europe. Yeah, so you'll be able to join us if you're available that day. And Beatrice is also part of our High Vibe Tribe community, and she's going to be doing a chair yoga session in early July. So
that's going to be awesome.
Chair yoga is my style. Maybe I'll even use this chair. The new
You're going to have to take the pillow out.
I know. I will take the pillow off for that. Sorry, Crystal. I got to jump on they were so anxious to go that they wouldn't wait for the countdown. So. All right. I think we've covered it all here. We got the applause. All right. Now it's time to talk about our main
taking Keone to CSO
topic here. Nope. Well, we can that's a different topic though. So the actual official title is How to Love Yourself to the Core, and we're going to go over 3 steps to do that. How to love yourself to the core. So, why is it important, Pooki? Just kind of a general overview. Why is it important that we love ourselves?
Well, for one thing, it changes how you walk in the world. Mm-hmm. When you love yourself, you have more confidence. You're more friendly. Mm-hmm. You don't feel threatened. Like the world is a beautiful and friendly place. Right? When you love yourself, you appreciate who you are. You understand that you're not perfect, but who you are, and that you're doing the best that you can. You love yourself through all of that. It's so important. Loving yourself is not easy, right? Because we continually get all these messages from the outside world that there's something wrong with us and that we need to be fixed in some way, right? We get it a lot in advertisements. There's a lot of, every time you see an ad, they're trying to sell you something that you need because you're lacking it in your life. And when you get this, then you'll be happy or okay, or your life will be good. But that's not true. Everything that we need is inside of us, right? And we have to learn how to love ourselves. And when we love ourselves, we treat ourselves differently. We treat other people differently. And we also, we begin to honor and respect ourselves. And that's so important. So we don't allow people to be abusive to us or, to dishonor us and, those kinds of things because you love yourself, right? So loving yourself is really important. And it's really good for who you are, right? Tapping into the core essence of your being. And my philosophy is that you were born of love and that you've always been love and that you come into this world as love. And when you're a little bitty, itty bitty baby, you're all love. That's why we all love little babies. And then we get older and things change, right? We get these messages, but the truth of it is that we are love. And we have to come back to that place that we are love and live from that place and begin to appreciate our beauty and our magnificence. We're incredible beings. We have so much potential. We can create. We're so full of magic, right? But we have to be interested in finding and cultivating that magic within us in order for us to experience it. So we have to be really interested in falling in love with ourselves in order to actually experience that too. However, when you do make that decision, I remember it was a moment in my life where I put down my sword,
Mm.
you know, and I laid my sword down at my feet, the sword that I was sticking into my own self, right, by judging myself and saying unkind things to myself and not loving myself and all the things that we go through in this human experience, all of that. I took the knife, I took and I laid the sword down because I did not want to be at war with myself anymore because that's what it is when we don't love ourselves. So loving yourself is the way to live a happy life.
Mm.
It really is. It's the key to living a happy life. And loving yourself isn't hard. It's not hard. If you just look at all of the beautiful things about you and then you bless all of the things that you're growing through, we're all growing. So we're learning in the process.
So, although it is hard for some people that doesn't come easily to, some people struggle with the self love. The point you're making was excellent. So, self love is the foundation, or puts you in a better position to love others.
Absolutely.
I believe. So we did this several times earlier in the year, and we got away from it in recent months. But I put together a 2-page PDF. It's absolutely free. It's in the description below. Lisa will also pop it in the live chat feed. But it's how to love yourself. And it details in written form the 3 steps. And then there's some affirmations on the back and some links, some other ways that we can help you and other resources. But I'm just going to touch on these 3 things just so we hit on them here. But you can read more in this free, absolutely free download. So loving yourself is essential for leading a fulfilling and joyful life. Let's explore 3 powerful steps to help you treat yourself with kindness and respect, and with the kindness and respect that you deserve. So number 1 is practice self-compassion. Self-compassion. This means recognizing that everyone makes mistakes, everyone faces challenges, and it's okay to be kind to yourself during these times. When you experience setbacks, practice speaking to yourself with kindness and understanding instead of criticizing yourself. Acknowledge your feelings and remind yourself that you're doing the best that you can. So self-compassion supports a nurturing inner dialogue that lays the foundation for genuine self-love. What are your thoughts on that? Because we have compassion for others. That's a lot of times these concepts are easier to grasp when they're aimed at other people. Not so easy when they're aimed at ourselves.
No, well, we can see it in others, we can see it. But for ourselves, it's so important that we have compassion because you're gonna make choices that you will look back on and like, oh, I could have made another choice. I could have made a different choice and had a different outcome, right? Because that's how we learn. We learn from choosing things that don't give us the results that we want, but we learn in the process. That's a great learning experience. And so that having deep compassion for yourself as you're moving through this, you're doing the best that you can. I always said if I knew better, I would do better. Same thing. And then I give all that permission to everybody else, because like when I was younger, I carried this story about my mother. But then I realized if she knew better, she would have done better. Then I looked at my own mothering and I thought, well, if I knew better, I would have done better. And then I look at everybody else, oh, well, if they knew better, they would have done better. But we only know what we know. And we're just learning and we're growing. So have deep compassion for yourself. Give yourself a lot of forgiveness. Ho'oponopono is important. Just love yourself. Love yourself. And if you have a difficult time loving who you are, then get a photograph of yourself as a little bitty baby. And love that. Love that you. Right? Before all the things happened, before you did anything, before anything was, love that baby. And then cultivate compassion for that baby. Right? And I just want to say to you this. Look, you've made it. You're here. Look, you're here. You're with us. We're having this conversation. Look, on so many levels, you're growing. You're growing through all of this. We're all growing. I'm growing. I'm learning things, Deep compassion for myself, Because, we want to judge ourselves.
Mhm.
We want to like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Dang.
Right.
Yeah, no. You did do it. So now what? Now what do you do?
Mhm.
Right? And if you can listen to that guidance, like that inspiration, like from within to guide you, if you can listen to that and follow that, I say that will never mislead you. If that's your heart, your soul, essence speaking, it will never mislead you. But pay attention because it's not the ego. And the way you can tell if it's the ego is the ego if it wants something. Because the ego always wants something. That's how you can differentiate the voice of your divine essence and ego.
Mm-hmm. This is great stuff. Self-compassion. Yep, absolutely. Number 2 is prioritize self-care and well-being. Regularly engage in activities that nourish your body, mind, and soul. Whether it's getting enough sleep, eating nutritious foods, exercising, meditating, or simply taking time to relax and unwind, self-care is crucial for maintaining a healthy and balanced life. So by taking care of yourself, you demonstrate that you value and respect yourself, which is a key aspect of loving yourself to the core. To the core.
Well, this is almost like this is something that naturally happens when you start loving yourself. Right? It's not even anything they have to think about. It's like how you know that you love yourself is when you begin to actually care for yourself. You begin to say things like, I'm not going to eat that. I'm not going to go out late tonight. I'm not going to eat late tonight. I'm going to get plenty of rest. I'm not going to travel for 4 months. I'm going to stay at home and just kind of ground into my essence, right? I'm going to take time for myself. Those things will naturally, when you start loving yourself, those things naturally appear. That desire to, when you start loving yourself, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to give my body the best food ever. I want to go and smell the flowers in the gardens, and I want to go tickle my feet in the river, and all those things come alive. Like you want to nurture yourself. It just absolutely begins to happen when you start loving yourself. That's like one of the ways that you can tell, like, oh, like when you want to start taking like a nice bubble bath and just soaking for a little while, or go for a nice, good long walk or something, when you really start like caring for yourself, caring about your body, caring about your mind, learning, going out, experiencing new things.
Right. We often joke about how Keone sometimes eats better than we do. Although that's not completely true, but he has a different diet than a lot of other dogs. Like he just doesn't get a bowl of kibble or something from a can or with whatever. We love this dog and we want him to be as healthy for as long as possible because we got him 4 years ago when they said he was around 4, so he could be around 8 years old. We don't know exactly.
So he's got another 20 years with us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So but yeah, we want him to be around as long as possible. And so I take good 10 minutes or more combining all these things. There's usually vegetables. And of course there's there's meat and different things in there. And I got multivitamins and this, powder for, or this, that's like
for his coat,
a probiotic, or, something that's good for his digestion. And so I take some time to feed him well. And then I gotta, and so I gotta ask myself, am I doing that same thing for myself? Most of the times I do. Yeah, I've kind of finally gotten to know what I should and shouldn't eat or what's good for me. But sometimes you just like are tempted to stray from that. So if I'm putting that much care and feeding into the dog, I just got to make sure I'm doing the same thing for myself.
Right.
We all do, right?
Yeah.
But we all tend to again apply a different set of standards to other people than
or
ourselves.
Animals.
Yeah, or animals, which ties into the third one, which is this is the one I'm most excited about. And you don't really, I've heard this before, we've mentioned it before, but it's probably not emphasized enough. So that's why I put this third, because I think it's just so important. And that is this. Drum roll, please. You ready?
Oh, wait.
Oh, we have a drum. Can you do a drum roll? Boom. Treat yourself the same way you would treat your best friend. Yes, that's consider how you would support and encourage your best friend if they struggled. You would probably offer them encouragement, remind them of their strengths, and be there for them without judgment. That's worth repeating. Be there for them without judgment. Now apply that same level of care and kindness to yourself. When you're feeling down, give yourself a pep talk. Celebrate your achievements, whatever they are, and offer the same unconditional support you would give your closest friend. And I believe this practice alone will significantly enhance your self-esteem and overall sense of self-worth.
And if you find that you can't do that, you can't, like, so like one of the hardest things, like, so this is like advanced work for loving yourself. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
This is the big time. Sit in front of a mirror, look in your eyes, and say, I love you. I love you. 10 times. 10 times. And just look at yourself and do it twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. And see what happens. See what happens. So that's the advanced work. But if you're not able to say those nice things to yourself, if you find yourself caught in that hamster wheel of, oh my God, I can't believe I did this, oh, I look like such a blah blah blah, and what are the people going to think, and oh my God, and you get stuck in that, right? And then where you're condemning yourself, call a friend, call somebody who's got your back, right? Call a sister or a brother that's got your back. Somebody that, when you come up and you're like, you can't see yourself, you're just like, I don't know what's going on, right? And you can't see yourself. They can help pull away the blinds so that you can see, and then remind you who you are, right? Everybody should have a friend like that. So call that person. But get into the advanced work. Do some of that mirror work. That's powerful stuff.
When you find yourself being down on yourself, being critical, and I understand why this is, especially for people that strive for excellence. Like, you want to be the best at what you can do. That's an admirable trait.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you fall short, you just beat yourself up unnecessarily. So celebrate the progress that you've made, and still aspire for more. It goes into this ties into one of my favorite affirmations, which is, I am grateful for all that I have and eager and ready for more. So just because you're ready for more doesn't mean you discount the progress that you have made and where you are now.
Yeah, and isn't the goal to be happy anyway?
Yeah.
So remember that. The goal is to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So Brandy posted some things here. She said, I've really had to make lifestyle change after my blood disorder diagnosed, and after 14 surgeries, 8 rounds of bone marrow treatment, I can finally say I'm on the mend and I feel good. Finally.
Wow.
That is amazing.
What a journey.
And then she also says, this is the healthiest I've been since 2012. Taking care of me physically and emotionally is first. I go first.
Yep.
So there's nothing like a health scare that will really bring this to most of us don't have that kind of leverage, I guess, if you're not facing something like that. So see if you can make that choice without having that,
Yeah.
Is Hank Eileen's pet? I guess, is that a dog? He loves his morning salad. I make it when I make the breakfast favorites: broccoli. He gets strawberries and blueberries. Yeah, your dogs can eat a lot of people food. You just got to make sure, though, because not all people food. Obviously, grapes, chocolate, things like that. You want to. So we always, whenever we add something we've never added before, we always we always Google is such and such good for dogs. We make sure.
Yeah, because avocados are not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not good for dogs?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, know that.
I've never given them any, but
Okay, good. Don't.
And so again, there's a 2-page PDF that has the written version of this on one side, and then there's some affirmations on the other side, along with some links to our YouTube channel and different programs and things that we have. So check that out. Download that, absolutely free. But it's been a few weeks since I've done some affirmations, so I thought it'd be appropriate time to do those.
Let's do them.
You want to do them?
Yeah.
I'll say each one. Pookie's going to repeat them back, and you say them along with her. A little call and response. Are you ready? Here we go.
Next week it'll be my turn to go first.
All right. Well, we'll flip flop.
Okay.
Are you ready? Mm-hmm. I speak to myself with kindness and compassion.
I speak to myself with kindness and compassion.
I am worthy of the same love and support I offer others.
I am worthy of the same love and support I offer others.
I treat myself with respect and kindness.
I treat myself with respect and kindness.
I am patient and gentle with myself.
I am patient and gentle with myself.
I treat myself to activities that bring me peace and joy.
I treat myself to activities that bring me peace and joy.
I am deserving of unconditional love and appreciation from myself.
I am deserving of unconditional love and appreciation from myself.
And those affirmations and more, I got there took like 6 of them there. I got a full 10 or so on the PDF. And so, again, that's our gift to you. And so I hope you got something out of this particular discussion this morning. And I'm going to grab my guitar and we're going to sing another song. Oops,
Okay, let's do it.
Let me go ahead and get this set up here. So, did you enjoy that conversation
All right.
today?
Yep. So love yourself. Find ways to love yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, start making better choices in your diet. That's one place you can start.
And this
Actually, I'm learning a lot about nutrition and for women.
we'll talk about that. Yeah, we'll give that
yeah.
little plug here in a little.
For women, for
Wow.
women.
I can't put that
I
there.
guess it could apply to men too, but men are not nearly as complex as we women are. We have all these beautiful hormones that move in and out and, yeah, do all kinds of beautiful, wonderful, crazy things. And so
And men are
learning
just
how to
totally steady.
learning
yeah.
how to navigate that is something that I'm learning, and it's really interesting how different we are, men and women, and what women actually need in order to build a healthy lifestyle. So yeah, excited to share more later.
Cool. Go ahead and hit the little reverb button there.
Oh yeah.
It's another original love song. It's bright outside, but I close the blinds, stay in my room, locked in my mind. And then one day I realize it's time to go outside and let love shine in, embracing my soul from within. Let love shine in and let my healing begin. When I get scared, I run and hide, say to myself, keep it all inside. And then one day I see what's true and know just what to do. And let love shine in, embracing my soul from within. Let love shine in and let my healing begin. Sing along. Let love shine in, embracing my soul from within. Let love shine in and let my healing begin. Let love shine in. Let love shine in. Let love shine in. Let love shine in. Now we're going to layer those two parts. Pooki's going to continue singing the part we just did. I'm going to go back to the chorus. So if you're with somebody, you can each take a part. If you're by yourself, just pick one and sing along and soak it up. Here we go. Let love shine soul from within. Let love shine in and let my healing begin.
Yeah, let that love shine in. Woo, yeah, listen. All right, remember we breathed in the love and we exhaled the light? I didn't even think about that when when we picked this song. Well, you know.
They all ties together.
It all ties together. And, you know, I'm not even weaving it. Something else greater than me is. 'Cause, yeah.
All right.
Absolutely. Going with the flow. Listening. Do you listen? Are you listening? Like that love activation that I did when we first got together today. That was me listening. I never know what's going to show up. It's always like a surprise for me, too.
I can tell you, I certainly never know what's going to show up.
I never know.
Whether it's doing a live broadcast or just life in general.
I told you it would never be boring, babe.
You
I
did.
promised you
You told me
that.
that like 18, 19 years ago.
I did. See?
You weren't fibbing.
Would I lie to you?
Oh, look at look at all these comments here. Look at how beautiful. We got beautiful. I'm singing along. Beautiful harmony. Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate that. Holly Ann's joined us here. Hey, global family. Sending love from India this weekend.
Hello, Holly.
Oh, that's her favorite song.
We love you.
Awesome. Thank you for the kind words there. Well, you know, we're going to go from a wonderful song to a wonderful segment.
Of course.
It's
If you're a regular, you know it.
I was waiting for that thing. Hang on a second here.
What are you doing?
I'm waiting for that to go away. Okay. Just so I could play this.
Interesting.
All right, it is now time for It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Should do be why. Bob's Comedy Corner.
Here we go.
Whenever there's somebody thinks that we might be skipping it, like last week we were kind of stressed for time, and somebody goes, "You're not skipping Bob's." It's almost like an uproar.
Panic.
Oh my gosh! But don't have no fear. So here's what our theme is today. This is June 16th.
Yeah.
You know, on this date in 1963, you know what happened, Pooki?
What?
Soviet cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkova became the first woman to travel in space.
No kidding.
I think that's pretty cool.
First woman?
The first woman to travel in space, 1963,
All right.
a
Russian,
Soviet cosmonaut. And so I thought it would be great to do some jokes about astronauts, space, and related.
Of course not women.
Related thing. Oh no, we're not definitely not doing any jokes about women. If anything, I'd do jokes about men and dads, but I just didn't have. I guess I could have done some dad jokes, but
You should have done dad jokes.
Actually, yeah, these are all dad jokes. That's my tribute for Father's Day here.
You're so funny.
So if I thought this through, maybe I would have done something else. But anyway, this is going to be great, though. So jokes about space, space travel, and so on.
I'm ready.
All right, Pooki, ready?
Yeah.
Where do you leave your spaceship when you visit Mars?
I don't know.
At a parking meteor. Hope you can hear that.
Yep. I'm sure they can.
Okay. Why did the man from Mars log on to his computer?
Why?
To update his Facebook status. Social media. Which is the most common currency on Mars?
What?
Starbucks. Why did the man from Mars move from the Milky Way galaxy to the Soy Milky galaxy?
Why?
Because he was galactose intolerant.
That's ridiculous.
What does a Martian use to tie his spaceship to the docking station? An astronaut. Oh, this is a good one. Which Brady Bunch kid was seriously into science fiction? Martian. Sometimes I'm pausing, waiting for you to go, I give up, Bob. But
Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot.
I'm hearing.
You're hearing nothing.
Oh, yeah, so
All right, I'll give you something.
give me a little feedback
All
to
right.
work with here. Okay.
All right,
here
sorry
we go.
about that. I'm not being a very good straight man.
You know my favorite name? Oh, my favorite name for a planet is Saturn.
Is it?
Yep, it has a nice ring to it. Pookie, you know what types of songs the planets like to play the most?
I have no idea.
Neptunes. Why does Earth only have one moon?
Why?
Because our planet is monogamous. Why didn't the sun go to college?
Why?
Because it already had like 1,000,000 degrees. What is an astronaut's favorite key on the keyboard?
What?
Of course, the space bar. How does the Earth know the moon cannot eat anymore?
How?
When the moon is full. Did I mention these are dad jokes? Why did the Earth think the moon was crazy?
Why?
Because the moon is a lunatic. You really liked that one, did you? All right. How does Jupiter hold up its pants?
How?
With an asteroid belt. How many ears does Captain Kirk have?
How many?
3. A left ear, a right ear, and a final front ear. Now you sound like Lucille Ball. Oh, okay, 2 more. Here we go.
Okay.
You know, Pookie, I'm reading a book about anti-gravity.
Really?
Yeah, it's impossible to put down. And finally, what does an astronaut call his former girlfriend?
What?
A SpaceX.
Ah!
And this has been It's Bob's Comedy Corner. Should do be why. Bob's Comedy Corner. All right, there.
That's
there
so
we go.
funny.
Just let me check in with the lunar oops challenge. Bahaha, haha, lunar tick. Bob's jokes are out of this world. Always count on you, Martian, monogamous. I'm just like to see what's hitting with people here. Neptunes. Thank you so much. Nice ring to it. Ching, badum, bada, galactose. See, so all right, great.
Ah, you're so funny.
Jillian also says, I'm over the moon about Bob's Comedy Corner. Should do be what? SpaceX hit.
So
All right.
silly.
There we go. Before actually we're doing, we still have a little bit to go here. You want to talk about dads?
Yeah, let's talk about dads, because I think that it's important for us to honor our fathers, because without them we wouldn't even be here, right? So gratitude, even if it's just that, even if it's just like thank you for my life, hello, right? Because for me, just sharing this because it's important this Father's Day. But for me, I grew up most of my life thinking that I never even knew my dad. I didn't even know if my dad even. I knew that he knew that I existed, but I didn't know if he knew anything about me, and he doesn't. I'm pretty sure. But I always thought that he had maybe made his transition or passed over or whatever, and that, I guess it's the things that we tell ourselves. But I'm sure for a lot of you people that are doing like some of that genealogy testing and stuff like that, where they're giving you like your lineage, maybe you're finding out some things. I've had quite a few friends that find out that their dad is not their dad and their dad is someone else. Well, that's not my situation, but it almost has that same kind of feeling like meeting your dad for the first time, although I didn't meet my dad yet. But I found out that my father is alive. My mother was able to find someone on my father's side of the family through one of these family trees, and she was able to locate someone who knows that he is living on Oahu, and he's probably about 89 years old. So this Father's Day, it's kind of interesting because many, many times I've said on this day, well, if you can see me, I hope you're proud of me, or blah blah blah, or whatever. Just never really knowing, and now I know that he's alive. And so it's just an interesting Father's Day for me this year, because I do have a dad out there. So I'm just going to send a blessing, a love, hello, Dad, and will I meet him? I don't know. We'll see how things move from here. But I think it's important for us to honor, those who participated in our coming to this beautiful Mother Earth. Right? Even if we're still trying to figure out what our purpose is or what we're doing and all those things. And that always changes too. So don't get too hung up on that. But it's just like, I just, just gratitude and Thanksgiving. So to all the fathers out there, even if the only thing that they ever did was provide the the seed, what was needed in order for the egg to be fertilized, that seed, and they provided that spark of life so that you could exist. And I mean, you're already a winner because you made it. You made it down that canal. You made it to the egg. I mean, the whole thing. Everybody that's walking the earth is a winner, big time, in winning that experience all on its own. So, so just gratitude to all the fathers out there and for all the contributions, and to the ones that are living. We send our love, and to the ones that have crossed over, we thank them for their service and for their contribution to our lives in
Yeah.
whatever way that was.
Absolutely. I should point out that this is also an interesting Father's Day for you because it's the first year that your boys are without their father in the physical form.
Yeah,
He passed away last summer,
yeah,
right? So that also makes it different. That's how it's for there's a number of things that are making this Father's Day new,
yeah,
different.
yeah, yeah. Because Howard's gone, so that's different,
Yeah,
And my sons still have a desire to celebrate him today, so
yeah,
it's all just beautiful, And so loving yourself, loving who you are, loving the people in your life, for whatever contribution they've made to your life. And sometimes we don't know why. I don't know why my dad couldn't stay, but it is what it is. And my life turned out pretty awesome, so I'm okay. If my dad staying meant that my life would have been totally different than the one I'm living now, I'll take this. I'm happy with this. This is really pretty cool.
hmm I'd say so.
Yeah, yeah. A little rough in the beginning, but that's where I learned a lot of stuff, like traveling through all of the learning about who I am and all the things, right? So it's all good.
I mentioned a couple of things here. Thank you for adding that to our agenda today. It's definitely worth. Yeah, we didn't really have a whole lot to talk about dad, so that was beautiful.
Yeah.
Pookie mentioned this earlier about her health journey, and I've mentioned it in recent weeks. But she is, I guess, getting towards the end of a certification with Dr. Mindy Pelz, and she's going to be a women's health and wellness coach very very soon. And she's got a waiting list for people who want to, for ladies who want to know when she's going to be offering these services, and also when you put out videos on these topics. So
Yeah.
it's an email list that you can get on. Lisa's going to pop it in the chat here. It's also in the description
Yep.
of the video here. But if you're especially if you're, I mean, I guess a woman of any age, but in particular menopausal years. Is that
Well,
true?
yeah. I'm understanding about all of women's cycles and hormones and whatnot throughout all of the entire life cycle. However, my focus is really going to be on perimenopause and menopausal women, because it seems to be a very difficult time for women to navigate. And there's so much. Our bodies are changing, and there's so many things that we can do to support our body and the changes that it's making, rather than trying to restore our hormones to what they were when we were 30. That's not really the trajectory that we want to go forward with when we're going through this very natural process in a woman's life. And I really want to work in this area too, because my understanding is they study the brain, what happens for the brain when these hormones, their sex hormones start they start decreasing, and then your adrenal, all the like the whole metabolic state that occurs when you go through menopause, and how it activates your most brilliant brain of your life. And this is the time of when they're talking golden years, these really are your golden years. They're the years for you to truly step into the most powerful time of your being, of your life. So I want to celebrate and share that, with women. But I am going to be making some videos about the things that I'm learning. I had to get home, and I'm planning on not traveling for a few months so that I can dedicate my time and my attention to this, because traveling it's just difficult for me to maintain, something on a pretty regular basis if I'm constantly in motion. So I've chosen to stay home until September, when we will go to Japan, and and work on some of these things, work on my certification for sure, and also too beginning to teach the information that I'm learning, because that's also another way in which I will learn. So, so yeah, I'm gonna probably start posting this week on my YouTube channel as I'm beginning. So it'll be a good introduction into for women into how to develop a healthy lifestyle that supports you no matter what stage of your life you're in, for sure.
So Kelly there posted, that would be me. I need your assistance and guidance for sure. I need to get on that list. So yeah, it's in the comments. So yeah, get on it, Kelly. And Pooki will stay in touch with you that way. And again, when you go to that link, it'll take you.
Yeah, and answer those questions for me because they're important.
Yeah.
So
a couple extra questions, your name, your email, and like 2 or 3 questions.
Yeah, no, it's really important.
This helps.
It's really important.
And then separately, I don't do a whole lot of coaching, like one-on-one coaching and mentoring these days, but I do find time to take on, some of that work here and there. And if you're interested in it, in learning more about what I offer, I try to simplify my offerings. There's really right now, there's just 2 choices that you have. You can find out all about it by going to this website or go to this link. It'll take you to the page, bobbakerinspiration.com/mentor. There's basically 2 options. You can sign up. We can do a 1-hour session, or there's a 30-day option if you want to take a little deeper dive and get some, a little lengthier help and assistance and encouragement from me, if that speaks to you. So go to that page. It spells out what you get, and then if you have questions, you can also send me a message there if you want to clarify some things. And another way, I updated this image here. You can also, if you have any questions about anything, you can reach out to Lisa Shepard, who is our head honcho of helpfulness. I updated her photo with this image here. That's that was within the first hour of meeting her.
Yeah.
In Florida, back in April, and love that photo. That's Lisa in the middle. And you can reach her at lisa@bobbakerinspiration.com if you have any questions about our activities or just want to say hi to her and tell her how much you appreciate her.
Yeah.
So that's what we got going on there. Let's see. I think we've covered everything. Here's what we're going to do. I've got a song queued up. This is from our Opening Up to the Good CD. Someone earlier asked about CDs. And so actually, if you reach out to Lisa, we figure out how to get a physical. Actually, if you want if you live in the U.S., if we're shipping to a U.S. address, you can get an autographed copy of my the Power of Affirmations book, and Pooki will sign it too, and we'll throw in a copy of our Opening Up to the Good CD, all for $25 total, and that includes priority shipping if we're shipping to a U.S. address. If you're outside of the U.S., then I'm going to encourage you to go through Amazon. And I'm not sure how to get a CD outside of the international shipping is just too unpredictable and costly and so on, but you can stream actually Opening Up to the Good on Spotify and Apple Music and wherever streaming music is. So that's probably the best way to get it. Anyway, so that's where we're at. This is from our CD Opening Up to the Good, Shining Star. Actually, this was is this the one I'm thinking of? Yeah, Shining Star is a song that I wrote primarily. The lyrics were I had my daughter in mind, and quite often she would. Come, if I was performing on a Father's Day and she was in the audience, I'd dedicate it to her. So it actually I was actually slated for last Sunday, but it's good that it got bumped. We're going to play it for you now. While this song plays, if you leave a takeaway, what's your thoughts? What did you take away? What's an insight that you got about this whole discussion of how to love yourself to the core, the 3 steps that we covered? Pop your takeaways in there. I'm going to highlight them during the song, so I'm going to keep an eye on the chat as it plays. And if you're ready, let's rock and roll.
You get it wrong and get it right. I've seen you overjoyed, I've seen you filled with fright.
There you go. Thank you, Joe. See, and so again, that was a song from our Opening Up to the Good CD. And yes, that whole album is available on Spotify and Apple and wherever music is streamed. But if you want to find out like all the different ways our music is available, go to bobbakerinspiration.com/music. And that will take you to this page here, which will just have links to our music on Bandcamp, and there's a YouTube playlist of musical things that we've done on Spotify, on Apple, and other places. So check that out if it speaks to you. I think I missed a couple of takeaways here. I'm just going to highlight real quick before we sign off. Kelly says, takeaway: self-love and compassion leads to healing of our soul, helps us to love others so much better. We need to love ourselves first. Yes, or at least that simultaneously. But yeah, but don't put yourself second in that. When I get around to it, I'll love myself. Right? My takeaway is love myself as I would love others. That's kind of like the golden rule. Thank you, Anya. I appreciate that. The ripple effect of love is flowing. Thank you. By the way, ego, I always say, is edging God out. Yeah, Wayne Dyer used to say that too. It's awesome. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thank you again for the Happy Father's Day wishes. Happy Father's Day to all the dads and people who have played the role of dads in children's lives. We appreciate you so much. Do we not, Pooki Lee?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, we're there. I got Father's Day plans. We need to scram. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. So long for now. Love you. Bye.